This is the Nike Vomero Plus, and when I took it out of the box I thought, wow, this midsole is insane. I thought it was going to be really squishy, really soft, a bit like the New Balance 1080 V13, but it was just a bit too unstable, but that definitely wasn't the case. I was really surprised even just walking around, it felt quite stable underfoot despite the amount of cushioning, and then when I took it out for the first run, found that it's really bouncy, really quite responsive. It has a ZoomX cushioning throughout the whole midsole, so not what we see in the Vomero 18, which is a mix of the React X and the ZoomX. You get this profile throughout the whole shoe, and while it's not similar to some of the super shoes that have ZoomX in the Nike range, it is quite responsive overall. Then when we look at it in more detail, we've got 43 mils in the rear foot, so a huge amount of padding, and then a 10 mil drop giving you 33 mils in the forefoot. So those of you who have any Achilles issues, you're really going to love this shoe because you got that high drop shoe, and we can see with the Brooks range they're really dropping out of that 10 to 12, so it's great to have a shoe that still stays in there with that higher drop. When you're taking it out for a walk or for a run, I think you'll really notice a transition from the back to the front. It's a little bit clunky, and you're definitely aware of that difference from the back to the front of the shoe. It's not like some other shoes that sink a lot when you initiate contact with the heel and it makes it less noticeable. You can definitely feel that higher drop. So those of you who don't enjoy a higher drop shoe, just something to be aware of with the Vomero Plus. In the forefoot we've got plenty of flexibility in the toe box, so while it has 33 mils of padding, it doesn't give you some of the rigidity that we see in shoes like the More V6 or in the Bondi 9, so still plenty of flexibility in there. And then when we talk about the stability within the shoe, we have some sidewalls on the outside of the heel and the inside as well, and we have mild stiffness in the heel counter, but nothing too substantial. So I would still say it's a classic neutral shoe. For those of you who need extra support, so those of you who might struggle with some plantar fascia or some posterior tibial tendonitis issues, I think you might struggle with this shoe in terms of the amount of stability that it provides. But those of you who have a very classic neutral gait that get on well with maximalist shoes like the More V6, the Nimbus 27, then I think you'll enjoy this quite a bit. So relatively responsive, but because of the weight, coming in around 281 grams for size 9 men's US, it's definitely not a faster shoe, but a shoe that you might use for marathon distance running, or you might use for those easy or recovery runs. When it comes to lifestyle use, there's a couple of things to keep in mind. So we've got a relatively tapered toe box on top, so those of you who have a broader foot or need a wide fit, it's not going to be an ideal option for you, and so far I haven't seen a wide option available in it yet. It's got a nice engineered mesh on top, a nice padded tongue on top as well that's non-gusseted, and plenty of padding around the heel cup, which gives plenty of support for those of you who need it, with a nice pull-on tab. So in terms of use cases, well, for day-to-day use, this is an excellent option if you want to stand or walk for long periods of time. If you like a higher drop shoe, that's going to be a great option for you. If you have sensitivity in the forefoot, or you need some protection for hallux rigidus, hallux limitus, this might be a great option, especially when standing for long periods of time. You're going to get a little bit of extra pressure on the forefoot, and also just the extra bit of flexibility in the forefoot will mean that you're not getting some of the protection that you see in some other shoes. When it comes to running, yes, an excellent option for those easy runs and recovery runs. Even if you want to do shorter distance runs like 5-10k runs, this is an excellent option. If you have some more stability needs, then if you go up to faster, more race-paced workouts for 5k up to half marathon distance, I think you might struggle with this, and that's something that I generally need, and I found that if the further I went in this, my just tib post was just a little bit unhappy with it. Otherwise, if you have a relatively neutral gait, you can use this all the way up to marathon distance. I think you'll really enjoy it. It's quite a fun shoe to use in your rotation, definitely one for those easy miles, those longer miles. It's not crazy heavy like some of the other shoes like the More V6, which touches on 300 grams for the same size. So overall, an excellent option in the Vomero range. It is quite a bit different in the Vomero 18, and we'll do a direct comparison video for you so you have a better idea of which one might work best for you if you're in between. Otherwise, it's a great option overall. A little bit of a shame with the tapered fit on top for those of you who have a broader foot, but is it true to size and length? If you have any questions on them, drop them in the comment section below, happy to answer. I'll pop a link in the description if you want to check out the latest price on Amazon for them. Otherwise, if you found the video interesting or helpful, like and share and subscribing does make a massive difference to us. Thank you for watching.